This video is about Symphony No. 84 by Joseph Haydn. I will explain the most important things about the work and the composer. Joseph Haydn composed his Symphony No. 84 in E-flat major in 1786. It belongs to the group of 6 Paris symphonies that Haydn wrote for concerts in the French capital. Unlike some of the other symphonies in this series, No. 84 has no nickname. Haydn created this work at the height of his career, when he was already internationally recognized. The symphony shows his mastery of form, melody, and orchestration, and reflects the tastes of the Parisian audience. Symphony No. 84 follows the classical 4-movement structure. The first movement is a largo allegro in sonata form, beginning with a slow introduction. The second movement is an andante in B-flat major. The third movement is a minuet with trio. The fourth movement, a finale vivace, brings the work to a lively conclusion. Each movement has its own character, but together they form a coherent musical whole that shows Haydn's versatility as a composer. A special feature of this symphony is the slow introduction to the first movement. Haydn uses a majestic, almost solemn opening here, which forms a strong contrast to the lively allegro that follows. This type of introduction was typical of Haydn's later symphonies and helped to capture the audience's attention. The introduction contains motifs that are taken up and developed again later in the movement. In Symphony No. 84, Haydn demonstrates his mastery of orchestration. He uses a typical orchestra for the time, with strings, double woodwinds, horns, and trumpets. Haydn skillfully uses the different instrument groups to create contrasts and interesting timbres. His creative use of the woodwinds is particularly striking, as they often take on important thematic tasks. He creates a rich, varied palette of sounds, ranging from delicate to powerful passages. Haydn's musical language in Symphony No. 84 is complex and expressive. He uses contrasting themes, surprising harmonic turns, and sophisticated rhythmic structures. The symphony shows Haydn's ability to develop themes and create large musical arches. Particularly noteworthy is the way he takes up and processes motifs from the introduction in the course of the first movement. The second movement of the symphony is particularly interesting. Haydn uses a simple, folk-like theme as the basis for a series of variations. This technique shows Haydn's ability to create complex and expressive music from simple material. The variations range from lyrical to lively, showing the different facets of Haydn's compositional skill. Symphony No. 84 was composed for a sophisticated Parisian audience. Haydn took French tastes into account by using brilliant orchestration, catchy melodies, and dramatic effects. The use of a folk-like theme in the second movement particularly appealed to the Parisian audience, who had a preference for simple, natural melodies. The symphony was a great success and helped to further establish Haydn's reputation in France. Symphony No. 84 is an important work in Haydn's symphonic output. It displays all the characteristics of his mature style: perfect formal balance, thematic unity, masterful orchestration, and emotional depth. The symphony exemplifies Haydn's ability to bring classical form to its highest level of accomplishment while introducing innovative and surprising elements. Symphony No. 84 was written at a time when Paris was an important center of musical life in Europe. Haydn, although not personally present, composed for a cosmopolitan audience that was open to new musical ideas. The symphony reflects the spirit of the Enlightenment, with its emphasis on clarity, balance, and expressiveness.